Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on News Center Maine Plus. I'm meteorologist Ryan Breton with an update on the storms that have been moving through the state through the last few hours. We have a severe thunderstorm watch for all of Maine and New Hampshire. This is up until 6 o'clock this evening, and we have one line of storms that's crossing through the state now. It's actually weakened a little bit. It was stronger a couple of hours ago when it came in from New Hampshire into western Maine, and it did cause some damage back in parts of the Lakes region, which we'll take a look at in a moment. A lot of heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. In fact, we'll show you some of those storm reports from when the storm did move into western Maine and New Hampshire. We've got a couple right here. This one coming in from Limerick, Parsonsfield Road, a tree reported down just about a half hour ago, 1:27, that report coming in there. We've got another one from Freiburg, this just after noontime, trees and wires reported down there, and a wind gust coming in from Denmark, 55 miles per hour. That was when the line was crossing through this area about 12:11, so just a little under 2 hours ago. In eastern and northern Maine, we've actually had some hail. Dover-Foxcroft coming in with about 3/4 inch diameter hail, and we'll see if there's anything else coming in from northern Maine too. Yes, we've got a couple of reports that have come in from Aroostook County, just around Presque Isle, actually from some fairly sizable hail, more than 1 inch in diameter in Westfield, mostly nickel size hail up to $half size. That was just before noontime there, and there was some wind damage that reported in Portage a short time ago. We'll bring you up to right now. This is a look at the live lightning counter, and we've got a lot of lightning moving through the state. In fact, we'll update the counter here. In the last hour, more than 1,000 strikes within this region. So we have one line that's moving through now, then there's a break, and then we'll see if this line makes it into western Maine in a couple of hours. But as for right now, you can see the only warning in the state is actually a flash flood warning for rural Piscataquis County. Severe thunderstorm warnings aren't issued for lightning. They're just issued for damaging wind gusts of at least 60 miles per hour or hail that's 1 inch in diameter or greater. That said, lightning in and of itself obviously can be dangerous, and it's heading into a holiday weekend, a lot of people outside. And if you know anybody who is around Casco Bay, we have this line right now that's just come through Portland with pretty loud thunder and lightning and a burst of rain along with it. Fortunately, not too much wind, but the sky's getting dark, and this is now passing through the Casco Bay Islands, going to head toward Harpswell, Georgetown, Brunswick. You're next up for this. But again, it's not severe, and you can see that compared to an hour ago, this is actually weakened. That said, there is still some lightning within this, so you've got to head inside if you're within the area that this line is coming through. West of it, through the Oxford Hills and the western Maine Mountains, you're actually getting a break right now. And worth noting that out ahead of the main line itself, you can actually see right here, there is a thunderstorm that's developed just to the north of Montville here. This is ahead of the main line itself. So some thunder and lightning moving through this area, headed up toward Dixmont, and we'll take you back up here. You can see a lot of heavy rain, thunder, and lightning, and we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out. You remember a short time ago we were saying how it was just a flash flood warning. There's a severe thunderstorm warning for Penobscot and Piscataquis County and counties until 2:45. This area here, the concern being wind gusts to 60 miles per hour and some large hail. So this is north of Old Town, going right through Medford and headed toward Lincoln. This is a pretty good signature on the radar. We'll zoom you in really closely here. It looks like to me there's probably some pretty sizable hail just north of Route 16 in Medford, and this is moving to the east-northeast. So Edinburgh, Enfield, Lincoln, Mattawamkeag in the next 45 minutes going to be in line for this particular storm. It's moving in a direction like this. So I-95 through this region, and then once you head east of there, Lincoln and Lee if this holds together. But this looks to me like you've got a pretty good hail signature within this. In fact, I'll step off really quickly and we'll pull up our hail tracker, and that'll give you an idea of whether or not we've got much hail out of this. And in the last half hour, doesn't quite show it yet. There it is. So yeah, we've got a little surge and what's likely some hail that's maybe close to 1 inch in diameter just south of Milo and north of LaGrange. So that's the only severe thunderstorm warning in the state right now, but it is for a fairly healthy part of that line that's headed toward Lincoln, and you see it extends up into southern parts of Aroostook County too, with heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. Then there's a break, and the sun is actually out over parts of New Hampshire, and another line's trying to organize in Vermont and southern Quebec. So we'll see if this is able to cross into the state later this afternoon with another chance for a thunderstorm or two. Here's how it looks on the hour-by-hour forecast. Where we've had that line going through southern and central Maine, you get a break for a little while. The worst of the weather moves into the Penobscot Bay and eastern Maine region between now and 4 o'clock, and perhaps parts of down east as well. And then we'll see if that second line can come together. If it does, there's a chance for another thunderstorm in southern and central Maine around 6 or 7 o'clock. And then once we lose the daytime heating, this will all start to fall apart. So for any Thursday evening fireworks plans, the weather looks quiet, could be a stray shower, with dropping humidity and temperatures for the most part in the 60s. Here's a live look at Portland right now. You can see the thunderstorm going east of us at this point. A couple of other webcams to show you. This is looking from SMCC in South Portland out toward Portland Headlight. The thunderstorm's right over here. It just passed through there. In Bar Harbor, though, the sun is still out as it is in Bangor. It's 84 degrees there, waiting on the storms in that part of the state. We'll be back with you at 3 o'clock here on News Center Maine Plus. Remember, you can always send us an email, weather@newscentermaine.com. Use the Near Me section of our app, or you can find us on social media too if you have any pictures and videos of the storms coming through. I'm meteorologist Ryan Breton. Thanks for joining us here online.